So Drunky gives you 25%. Well, he gives Qiyu 25% to adopt you.
Okay.
And Drunky saw a lot of matches. So I think the question is how many attempts Qiyu will have.
One.
So, okay, so then I think it's about, I'd say she has 40%.
Yeah, I think that's fair. By the way, I can't hear Qiyu on my...
I think she intentionally muted herself so that she can speak to her chat.
Yeah, I just said hi to my chat. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to the washroom. I'm going to unmute you guys. You guys can talk to my chat for me too. All right.
Hi, Qiyu's chat.
Hi, Qiyu's chat.
Okay, Qiyu's chat. I'm gonna open her chat, and I want to know what do they think. Is it 100% or is it something more realistic? Realistic. Where is it? There. Yeah. So, how many percent do you think Qiyu has to adopt Nikola? I think 40.
Yeah, I think that's probably 40 in the opposite direction, but that's fine. I'll take it.
Okay, someone is saying 2%. Come on, have faith. You are in her chat.
All right.
Okay, hello everybody. I am back. All
right.
So my chat said 56% think you will not be adopted.
Oh, okay. I think that's pretty fair. I honestly don't think I can adopt Nikola too.
I think you can, just maybe not from the first attempt.
Okay.
That's very politically correct answer.
I think that's a very good answer, honestly. So yes, chat. Once again, I'll just introduce Nikola and the photo chess here with everybody, with them all able to talk. I'm sorry for the scuffiness. We were trying to transition between going off commentary, giving the rate to Levy, and then coming back onto the channel. So I'm sorry about being a little late. I
multitasking.
went live like accident a little bit earlier. It's fine. We're a scuff streamer, not a pro streamer. But once again, just introducing Nikola. He's great. He's I think 1975, so almost 2000. Very strong player. We're going to be playing 5+2, so it's going to be kind of like, you know, a very, very serious sort of match, which is going to be interesting as well, chat. It's you guys have seen me flag people. You guys haven't actually seen me win chess games, so this will be interesting. And once again, photo chess will be our lovely commentator for today. Maria streams chess a lot too, so make sure you guys are going to follow her channel as well.
All right. So let me do a quick announcement on my channel. This is the first. This is the first. First, big shout out to Dirkia. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Frappuccino. It's always good to see you here in this channel. This is the first in the series. I'm basically gonna play an adoption match every Sunday at noon, and Qiyu was very kind to accept to be the very first challenge. Let me say this: I fully accept myself to be adopted today and to be adopted in the next few matches. I'm going to be playing against Grandmaster Amon Hamilton next Sunday, and quite a few very strong players. So I appreciate the generosity of rating my chances, but there is something that needs to be said. My opponent today is chess prodigy. She was winning world championships, under 10 world championship when she was 5. She was also a world championship. Hey, Lekovic, thank you for the follow. She was a world champion only 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's actually 6 years ago. I wish it was only 3 years ago, but unfortunately, we're doing 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can I have my prognosis back now?
Hey, Ulan, thank you for the cheer.
Sorry.
All right.
That's very impressive. Yeah.
I'm washed up. I'm washed up. It's fine. I have been playing chess for a very, very long time, but you know, we've we've been like, you know, chilling for the last few years, just working on our sort of university and all of that stuff. So chess is kind of taken aback, but it's fine. It's totally good.
It remains the fact that I'm basically playing a former world champion, and also a member of Canadian Olympic team, which is my and a former Canadian champion too, right? So the only team I ever represented was I was a first youth board for a company team back in late 1980s. So we're here. We're honored to have Qiyu here. She has just started streaming herself, and I can't imagine anybody in my chat not already knowing this. But a big shout out to her. She's also she became partner faster than anybody I've ever seen. In other words, she's already a partner after what, under 10 streams. So anyway, so she also was kind enough to do this, to find time in her very busy streaming schedule to do this. So anyway, I had a fun time watching your commentary today with Livy. I also noticed that your commentary yesterday basically had 3 times as many viewers as an official Chess24 stream. Congratulations on that. And I noticed that Livy was, suggesting a match. And if you and Livy want to play a match or in Karokan or anything else, I would be more than happy to sponsor it. So anyway. All right, so
that's very much Nikola. Nikola is sponsoring tremendous amount of matches, especially for women chess. I think we can all give a big shout out to Nikola for supporting the chess community and especially the female chess community. We probably, a lot of us would not be streaming today without him.
All right, well, that's very kind of both of you. Anyway, so the format of the match is the time control is 5+2. It's one attempt at option. That option, for those of you who don't know, in chess means 10 straight wins. In other words, it's enough for me to draw a single game to defeat adoption. And there is a 400 ELO rating points difference between me and Qiyu, so which basically gives her 92% chance of winning a game that we play. So I am, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see, and I will try to commentate, and I will also make sure to mute myself. I can mute myself already now, so I will not disturb your brilliant minds.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, thank you very, very much.
To both of you.
Okay, thanks. I'll be leaving the computer audio so nobody hears anything from my end as well. Best of luck, Nikola. Thank you once again so much for this adoption match, and thank you so much, Maria.
And I'm gonna mute my microphone.
All right.
And we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. I'll send a match. I'll send the challenge. Wait, Maria, I think you have to be, you can't mute. I'm just going to leave computer audio so that I don't hear your commentary. But I think for chat to be able to hear you, I'll need your mic to be on. Okay, wait a sec. This is fine. Yeah, her mic is currently muted.
Yes, but I think Nikola will hear me then.
Oh, we can both leave.
You know what?
computer audio.
I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
take-
remove your.
I'm going to remove my headset off.
Okay,
Yeah, I
sure.
didn't realize that your chat wants to hear me as well.
Yeah, well, they want to hear
I'm
your
very
commentary.
honored. I'm very honored now.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be leaving computer audio. All right.
Okay. I'm really flattered. Anyway, so I'm gonna follow both, so we can always watch white. Okay. So that's Ruy Lopez. And well, black has some pretty nice development here, with Qiyu having underdeveloped queen side. Reckless Fury, thank you for the beats. Yeah, so also very aggressive play. This could be the end of the match if Nikola keeps playing this way, because queen now queen can go to f3 because the knight is pinned since the bishop on b7 is undefended. But from a human point of view, it's still quite uncomfortable move, because you put queen, she doesn't mind, c4 immediately. He is very determined now. Probably black needs to defend f5 pawn and then start bringing the rook to the open file. Yeah, happy Father's Day, everyone. Thank you for reminding us, Reckless Fury. We don't really celebrate it in Russia, but I know that all the Western world does. So congratulations to all fathers. This is also a way to defend.
Now you guys should be able to hear her.
Okay. You did not hear me before. Okay, you did. Okay. Cool.
You guys can hear her now? Awesome.
Yeah, they can. Now this queen is already feeling uncomfortable, because black will have a lot of ideas like knight b4, attacking the queen. Now black has some ideas like this to attack the king. Also simple rook move.
I can't hear her because I don't have my headphones in. So I'm totally deaf.
Don't worry, guys. I think if Qiyu will hear me, it only will lower her chances. Totally deaf. No, yeah, honestly, listening to commentator with all the delay, it's really not worth it. This is a very nice position, I have to say. Let's flip the board, so you can see how the bishops are now looking towards the king. Maybe white needs to have some break on the queen side. But how to improve now? Maybe reroute the knight to e4, so that white will have to trade the bishop, but after trading with the pawn, black will open this file. This is very interesting. Also some quiet move like queen c6. This feels like a waste of a tempo. Maybe he was afraid of some g4 move, but it feels very risky for... What is the knight doing there? The knight on a3 is definitely not doing much. But at least after removing the bishop from c2, the knight will have some quick jumps to the center. It's definitely better placed than on b1. Yeah, I'm not a very big not a very big expert in Ruy Lopez, but it did indeed go very wrong for white with this slow development. Now black can either trade or remove the bishop to d6, and all the ideas are still there. b6 is also fine, although now we don't have queen c5 attacking the f2. Wow, Nikola is finding all the moves. This is very dangerous now. Extremely dangerous. I cannot find any way for white to... If they trade, it's not gonna help much. Now they can play f3. They can even play knight e3. Because after taking with the pawn, the bishop is hanging, and also discovered check is threatening after e2. Well, with materialistically, it's of course equal. I'm just trying to read all the chats here. Now there is even bishop f2, king f2, rook e2, and f2 next. And if the rook takes, then take with the pawn with discovered check and simply bait. After bishop f2, I cannot find what to do for. Even simple rook f2 immediately is fine, but bishop f2 would be... Oh no! He is exchanging queens. Of course she will take it. You need evaluation bar. I don't think Qiyu can make for your evaluation bar. I can make it on my stream if you guys want it. On my stream I can do it. Although let's not make it in case if Qiyu opened or Nikola opened my stream. Yes. You guys can watch with the evaluation bar if you want. You can follow them and watch their game. I will try to evaluate it better than the Asian, but it's still better for black now. Now Nikola needs to play bishop e4 because of the knight on b1. Qiyu will have to trade, and then f2 or c3 is falling. He's playing with the knight. I think I would not take. I would play bishop e3. But now I don't see how to play for a win here. Everything seems defended. But draw is enough for Nikola. As long as he doesn't lose, the adoption is not happening. The white knight escapes, but how to win? These two bishops are going to defend the entire position. The pawns are on light squares, so this dark squared bishop cannot do anything to the pawns, while the bishops are controlling all of these squares and the knight cannot infiltrate. I suppose this is the only chance, but it's still not gonna give any chances for white to play for a win, which is of course a pity. The position was so winning for black. has he not traded the queens, but had he not traded the queens. Now the only person who can lose here is Qiyu. Because this pawn might be the weak point here. And if the king goes too far away, there are even some ideas like bishop g3 at some point with. There is no, I cannot see any chances even if he blunders to lose here. I'm afraid this does not look like an adoption match. Well, they play with an increment. So this is a dead draw. This is a dead draw. Now even Nikola had a5, but it's not necessary. He just needs to not flag. Now he should take, but not taking is safer. And he should have taken with the king with the chances to take this pawn. But yeah, there's no chance. Now he has some ideas too, but now the king comes here. If the king doesn't come there, then it's only black who has chance. Come on, Nikola. Yeah, that is increment. Increment, of course, is a massive save here. She did offer a draw.
Okay. All right.
So, congratulations. Let's wait for Qiyu to get her headphones. Why did you trade the queens?
I'll wait for Qiyu to come in. Thanks, Qiyu. I forgot how hard it is to play on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we have to go again.
All right. Want a chance number 2?
Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's do it. And
you got very nervous, right?
I got very nervous. I thought that I was probably winning somewhere in the middle game. That I'm pretty sure that Qiyu, and I have a full disclosure here. I think Qiyu deserves this. I actually had this board on my field. Qiyu played that Queen D4 and Queen G4 variation in martial attack multiple times, and F5 is the refutation of that move.
You played it instantly.
Yes. So.
Also, you have 4 very quick. And I thought you were going for an attack, and then you suddenly traded the queens.
I chickened out.
Bishop F2 was winning. Before that, you could play Knight E3 even.
Yeah, I was very honestly.
But Bishop F2 was completely crushing.
Okay, well, all right. So next attempt.
All right.
Rematch.
Try number 2.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave my voice on.
Yep. I'm just gonna take off the earphone.
Okay.
Okay, Nikola, you will need to take off your.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, attempt number 2. So they both like to play open openings. But that's D4 is Is it some sort of a gambit? Or maybe it was just, I think he needs to take on e5 first and then d4. I think it was just a mixed order of the moves. Because in this position, there is an idea like this to, oh yeah, I will show it after. Open openings, yeah, I don't remember the word, sorry. Now he blunders another pawn.
Display this, okay.
But that's, I don't think that's mine. I don't think this is my Discord. The open games. That is much better for black. That's true. Oi, pardon me.
Yeah.
You can take on a2 even, because then the pawn comes to c4.
Oh. All right, that was stupid. All right. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, that was if this, 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 and this.
All right.
And they're starting immediately. Yes, you can hear both of them. They cannot hear me, so don't worry about that. Yes, they both e4 players. Nikola must have studied Ruy Lopez a lot. Is he going to play d5 here? That is the most common move. The other option is b5, but then he cannot play d5 because bishop will be on b3. I know that she is really good at Ruy Lopez. She is really good at chess. But Nikola was preparing for this specific opening. So that's gonna be really interesting. Theoretical battle. Now she might want to break the pawn structure for black. What's an adoption match? There are questions in Qiyu's chat. I will try to explain. So adoption in chess is when you are winning 10 games in a row. So draw will break that. So Qiyu is now attempting second time to adopt Nikola because the very first game ended in a draw. So now she will need to win 9 more games. She won the previous one. And it's a very fun experience for us to watch, since they have such a big difference in strength. But in Blitz, anything can happen. And in Time Scramble, of course, you can let one win slip off. So Nikola was giving himself less chances than it actually proved to be. What happens if she wins 10? Then she won the adoption match. She officially adopted him, and then a lot of trolling comes. She did adopt Alexandra Botes. That was, I believe, very first Qiyu's appearance on Twitch, when she played a match against Alexandra and adopted her in Blitz, but it was a shorter time control. She herself admitted that she is stronger in shorter time controls because she is good at flagging people. That was a very convincing adoption. Now this is pretty equal position. And none of them wants to trade rooks. But how to make a breakthrough? I don't think the knight here is going to be staying for long after b3, but maybe Nikola wants to close the file and put some pressure on e4. He can trade and offer a queen trade on d6. Yes, it must be 10 games in a row. I got adopted by Alexandra Botes, but it was in Bullet. Pretty sure in Blitz I will have slightly higher chance, but probably will be adopted as well. So then I could be a double adopted by Qiyu. I'm afraid that was mine. That was my stomach. "40 games. That indeed happened, yes. I've never seen such an adoption. Yeah, so the higher the rating goes for both players, the least I think are the chances to adopt. So if it's the same rating difference but on lower levels, it's easier to win 10 games in a row. Because the stronger your opponent becomes, the less he will forgive the mistakes. So if you let the advantage slip off, the stronger opponent will probably hold a draw.
Thank you, Alessia, for the sub and praise to the hat. I think I've lost this game.
Very pessimistic words from Nikola. Is it very loud? I'm so sorry. I'm afraid with all the streaming, I forgot to eat. Now, of course, he needs to urgently attack the pawn and go to d2. Because f3 is pinned. Currently, f2 pawn is pinned. So knight on d2 would be very annoying for white. With the higher yellow, the odds become significant for sure.
Okay.
Yes, in the end, Nikola in a time trouble misplayed, but he had good chances to equalize. Time difference, yeah. He definitely spent more time trying to find the resources in his position. The first attempt of adoption did fail. So this is the move, d4. Interesting. The match score on screen. Well, you can see the current score between them on chess.com. Feels like bishop e6 here should be good, because white prevents black from castling. The knight gets active. The other option is simple development. But then black will play d6 and bishop e6 already doesn't work. But now this is the same. Did he do the same again? He blundered the pawn like this in the previous game. He should have taken on d8, and then he can play f4, or he can develop the knight and go with the rook. But it seems like it's the second time he is. This happens very often in chess, even in professional chess, where in your mind you play first move and then the second move, but when you quickly start playing it on the board, it feels like you already did the first move, but you did not. Triple pawns, but extra pawns. So first, Nikola, he sacrificed a pawn with d4. That was a gambit. And then he blundered f4. Now, when the rook was here, of course, first thinking is rook g1, but it's not possible because bishop goes to g4 with a check and then takes the free rook. Yes, see, so many people had this when you find a series of moves and then you get sidetracked and you play the wrong order of moves. Yeah, this is very unpleasant. Now the pawn on g2 is pinned and this, he will not be able to save it. Now rook will take with a check on g2, and after take rook g2, she will collect all the pawns. Of course, taking on f3 would be worse because of immediate mate in one. Thank you, Adat Chess, for the sub. Yes, if you take a pawn, then checkmate. Now this pawn will promote easily. The rook will take on h3. It's a threat of a mate. And after this, she promotes to a queen with check.
Can we talk for a second? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So good games. I'm making the same error twice in a row, which annoys me, but there you go.
Well, just a line where you were supposed to take the queen first and then f4.
Yes.
Or,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And my problem is that I neglected to notice how nerve-wracking it is to actually play this on the stream. Anyway, all right, let's do this one more time. All right.
Okay. He will come down. It's still 7 more games. So currently it's 3 wins for Qiyu. She needs to win 7 more. She's very relaxed. She obviously is much more calm than Nikola. But it's his first match like that. They're really big fans of Ruy Lopez, aren't they? If anyone wants to learn Ruy Lopez, definitely follow Qiyu. But you should follow her either way, even if you don't like Ruy Lopez, like I don't. But there is definitely a lot to learn. Actually, in Russian, we call Ruy Lopez the Spanish. So I'm not sure what is exactly the difference. Can you create your own opening? Yes, you can. Well, currently you probably will not be able to create an entire opening, but you can find a good novelty which will stand, and then often this move is named, the variation is named after the player who invested a lot of research in it. And of course, won a significant amount of games in it. With streaming, we mostly get to name the gambits, like Bota's gambit, which means to blunder or sacrifice a queen. Depends how you finish your game. Bishop c4 is Italian, not Spanish. Gioco piano is Italian. No, I'm not a GM. No, I'm not Grandmaster. I am a WFM, so it's significantly lower than Qiyu. I'm a woman FIDE master. She's just chilling. Yeah, she's also reading chat. I'm pretty sure she's reading chat.
No, can't say that.
I'm not sure if f5 in this position was not too dangerous. Now, how to defend this square? She can also attack. She can take on h7 because king cannot take because of mate. But bishop e3 wasn't it winning a knight? Unless white plays f6. Then gf6. A knight is hanging and the bishop. Yeah, he missed some tactics. They both missed some tactics. A3, I think A3 is some sort of a theory. Same as G4 has a name. For those of you who are just tuning in, Qiyu is not reacting to the chat because she is in an adoption match mode. She is currently on 3 wins in a row and she needs to win 7 more to adopt Nikola. So pretty well. She's doing pretty well so far. That's the answer to your question. Adopt means to win 10 games in a row. Against the same opponent, of course. To adopt that person. Drawing will reset the adoption. Loss or a draw will lose the adoption streak and you would need to start over. In the first game, not only she could not win, he was very convincingly outplaying her entire game. But then the nerves took over. So she is searching for the ways to attack, obviously this bishop is far away. This one is not developed at all. So she was trying to find ways to attack the king since he doesn't have any places to go. But I'm afraid now she allowed some counterplay. E4 very important to block the pawn on e3 and to defend the bishop on d3. And now black might want to bring the knight to e5. Exactly. d5 and knight e5, and black is doing fine. He needs to make sure not to blunder this pawn, because if he moves this knight away, there will be a skewer with a knight e4, and bishop is defending the knight. He can play c6 d5 just to make sure that all the pawns are defended. Oh, but now there was a rook for two knights combination with the knight taking on e4, attacking the queen, and then capturing the knight. No, she's not the only one WGM. There are, I think, 2 or 3 more WGMs. Well, of course, you can also consider Anna Muzyczuk a WGM. Technically, she did achieve WGM. She is just higher titled. And also Elizabeth Petz, IM is a higher title, but she is also a WGM. So there are plenty of WGMs. Correct. Anna Rudolph also can be called a WGM. I like these two knights. Even though black is an exchange down, these two knights have no fears for the future here, because there is no pawn on c2 which could attack any of them. And now after queen g3, I'm not sure how white will defend the pawn on e3. The e3 pawn is... I think she blundered the pawn. He has a chance to break it again, to break the second attempt. Notice also that now Nikola is coping with his nerves much better. He's already up on time. He can play b5, push away the knight, take on e3. It's dangerous to take with the knight now, because there is a check. And there will be a mate. So he just needs to push the pawn, push the knight, and then he can take on e3. That's a trap. She has set up a trap. So he found it, and now I think taking with the queen is better, but maybe even with the knight. And now he can take on e3, and knight e5. 95 is another fork. Now she's taking the piece. And he lost on time.
That was a
Lucky.
good game. All right.
Lucky Qiyu. Yes, she's very fast in time trouble.
Yeah, that was a very good game. All right.
Yeah, 95 was winning instead of queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Queen H. Yeah, instead of queen H6, 95 was winning.
Okay. Let's play one. Let's accept the challenge. All right.
Whew, that's nerve-wracking. Maybe we can use some music, a little bit of music. That was gone for white. He definitely outplayed. But you also need to make sure that your time is always on top. Otherwise, miss one tactics and you're screwed. Okay, let's see. Now Nikola needs to make sure that he first takes the queen and then he plays f4. He did it. Oh, he decided to go there with another variation. I think now there's no f4 anymore. Maybe f3 or knight c3 as well. He's definitely better with nerfs now. That was the same thing, except for the first two games, he forgot to take the queen first, and he played f4 immediately, and after queen takes, rook takes, the pawn was taking on f4. That's going to be, if it's going to be just 10 games in Rui Lopez Choco Piano, I don't mind. I play e4 as well. Maybe I can learn something. Control over D file. Well, you also have to make sure that your h6 pawn is safe. Closer to the end game, doubled pawns sometimes pay off for the other side because of all the weaknesses. So by taking on f6 earlier, Nikola gave away the bishop for the knight, but he doubled her pawn here, creating this. But it can be good, it can be bad, depending on the position. But h6 is always going to be a weakness. And now the king is quickly running here. King g7. Of course, white is not going to take, because this is going to give a potential passed pawn to black. And you need to be really careful with how you push your pawns. He's planning to put all the pawns on dark squares. But now where to put the knight? Because if you put the knight here, it's a 4. And the knight is trapped. There is only one square left on h1. And what to do now? g3, bishop g2, knight has to run, and the bishop takes on f3, and it's probably losing now suddenly, although white was quite good. So he needed to take care of this knight instead of b4.
Mess this up again.
Hey, Paragon. I don't think he was playing for a win. I think he wanted just to put the pawns on all on dark squares, and he underestimated the power of this bishop against the knight. He probably played a bit too fast coming out of the opening.
Yeah, I'm muted.
We're all
Sorry.
trying to
Yeah,
learn
guys,
from
okay.
from you.
You can hear me now. Okay, so.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right,
Yeah, same
thank
here.
you.
All right,
I'll be back. Thank you, guys. All right, actually, since I was muted, I'll talk a little bit about this format and everything else. Hi guys, thank you for joining me here. I understand this is not the most interesting of streams. I'm playing an adoption match against Qiyu Zhou. She is obviously has a 400 elo ratings on me. She has just won her 5th game in a row. I managed to draw our first game, so this is a second attempt to adopt me. I had some chances. I'm basically, hey Worship, it's very good to see you. Hello Sponza, yes, I grew up in Belgrade. So the match is going fine. I had my chances. I managed to mess up an opening multiple times with white. So,
hi guys.
anyway, all right.
How's it going?
Hey Qiyu.
Hi Nikola. All right.
All right. Yeah, if I had another 5 minutes in the game before, I would probably, that was, I'm too old and too slow. What can I take?
No, Nikola. Just keep playing. Always keep trying.
And this is what we have. This is why it's 5+2. But anyway.
I'm really liking the 5+2. I think it's a great time control for us to really like practice chess.
Yes. Okay. All right.
We'll just wait for Maria.
We'll wait for Maria. Okay, and yes, I actually played Belgrade Gambit, and it's I didn't want to. That's actually one of the options I had thought about for this match, but I haven't played Belgrade Gambit in 35 years. For those of you who don't know, Belgrade Gambit is basically 4 knights and d4, ed4, knight d5. So that's the old Gambit from way back when.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, it keeps freezing for me on this end. What's happening here?
Okay. All right.
I'm here.
All right.
Okay. All right, we're ready to go again.
All right. You're gonna send me a challenge?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. I'm accepting it. And let's go.
All right. Good luck.
Okay. Taking this off and muting my microphone.
Oh, I was muted. Oops. That's fine. I didn't say anything important anyway. This f5 is very sharp. It's very sharp, and I don't know how to play against it. Of course, Qiyu must know. Probably taking on the f5 is also an option. Option for adoption. No music. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work. And we don't know why. After this, adopt Hikaru. Qiyu's chat is definitely with her on this journey. One day she probably will. Who knows? Okay, now black needs to quickly castle, bring king to safety, or bishop d7 to prevent losing a pawn and a castle.
Thank you, Tommy, for the sub.
So probably castle is the best option here, unless Nikola is planning to bring the queen to e7 and castle alongside. Maybe that's the idea behind playing f5. Yeah, can we add the comment for Qiyu, please? We have one for Nikola. The score is 5-0. So Qiyu needs to win 5 more games, 5 more Ruy Lopez, whether with black or white. If she plays one in a draw or loses, then the adoption attempt number 2 is over. So we will see if Nikola will improve the time situation. Now he is down to 2 minutes. This was not, of course, since he castled long, Qiyu immediately pushes the b pawn, planning to attack. Even if this is not a successful attack, it usually forces the opponent to spend time thinking on defenses, and since he's already down to 2 minutes, it's a good strategy regardless. Now this pawn. This is a very weird move, but queen h7 would attack the pawn on e4. And how can she defend it? I don't see the way, because if the queen goes here, the knight will take on b4. Now knight d4 is a nice move. So white did lose the pawn. Now a4 might be dangerous. a5, a6, that's pretty straightforward. Black doesn't have enough time to form an attack. I might even f takes g3 might be even better with an idea to bring the rook to f1. And of course f2 might be a potentially weakness. Now white has an orthodox move, knight f5, but it can be a little bit scary to open this diagonal. There is bishop e4, and white cannot take bishop e4 because of knight e2, a fork. Will he see it under the time trouble? He can win a pawn now. He did. Now white can continue pushing, a6. And now it's really tough. He has only 10 seconds left. Now king is running away. Okay, this is tough. She has much more time. She loses everything. Well, he is playing really well. And he definitely prepared a lot for this opening. Apparently this specific f5 variation is called Morphy Defense. Sounds about right. Morphy was a very sharp, creative player. Paul Morphy. The move f5 is something that you can expect from him. Knight g6 is a nice move. And now she has this takes rook e5. She's probably calculating it. Because this knight is going to be hanging, and then bishop f5 coming, another rook is coming. So this is a very nice sacrifice of a piece. And with this time on the clock, she might be able to risk that. He only has 3 seconds left. Yeah, Morphy probably played stronger than many grandmasters today. Of course, he has 2 seconds increment, but if you are defending, it's very difficult to do on the last seconds. She decided to not to risk, but oh, he lost on time. Yeah, it's very difficult. So 4 more games. Yeah, exactly. I thought that's why she was calculating it. And then it's again d4. Is he going to play d4? He does. Now even I remembered how to play this. Okay, so now knight e6. He takes, f4. I'm so smart. No, he didn't play f4. Feels like it's a world championship match, right? With a lot of the same games. There we go again. 4 more games. Still gonna be tough. I can add the text actually. So we can put the score. Like this. She has 6 wins, 4 left. Trying to draw is harder. Well, they say that when you play for a draw, you tend to lose with a higher probability. Like playing against the ideas of the position is like you get punished, so to speak. Often people say if you just need a draw, if you are in a superior position in your match, you should play as usually. If you are better, you should play for a win. Otherwise, you get punished. I don't know how much of it is true, but very often people who had better position but tried to play for a draw were losing in the end. How to win here? We already had a similar position to this one. This time, Nikola did not allow his knight to be trapped. If you remember, in the previous game, the knight was on in e2,
Thank
right?
you for Play Chess for the sub. Thank you.
He was on e2, and after bishop b5, the knight got trapped. Now the king d2 will, or king d3 will defend the pawn sufficiently. He has enough time for this.
I don't know why I didn't just take the pawn.
Doubled pawns are often work
It's
well
fine.
when it's in the center.
It's fine.
Why not bishop e4? That's a good question. That's a good question. That was
I'm
definitely a
confused
blunder.
to why I didn't take. There was no reason for me to not take.
Now it's simply defense like that, but of course then this is scary.
Wait, did the keck become unscuffed? Okay. That's pretty good then. There is a scuffed emote. We need a it's fine emote. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. That's a good move.
Commentary from Qiyu is coming.
Just taking the pawn. Why am I playing like this? Oh, 谢谢。
穿一把气都影响。
哇，这个好冷。
这就是给你冷着喝呀。
好，谢谢。
就是热了。
Food.
可以把空调关了。
I also have some food here. Oh, oh, she's losing. This is a very typical.
I think I'm just losing now.
This is losing. She blundered.
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
She blundered. The food completely distracted Qiyu. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, thank you, Mom, for distracting Qiyu enough to.
There's really no stopping it.
Yeah, there is no way to stop this pawn. Nikola is very strong in these things. He crushed me a couple of times in the end games like this. He always sees this.
My mom scared me so much when she entered the room. Holy shit, I jumped.
She actually scared you. Oh no. Oh no. Second attempt.
Yeah, I'm totally lost here.
That's lost. Yeah, the pawn is unstoppable. It goes faster. This one cannot promote. It's lost. He definitely has enough time to take advantage of that.
Okay, I've done A5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment this. I will just enjoy my
It wouldn't have mattered which one I took.
salad.
It wouldn't have mattered. He's just way too far ahead. If I take the other pawn, he just takes on A6. Okay, that was such a good game, Nikola. That endgame was really
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's a very well played endgame.
You definitely started coping with your nerves much better after game 5. Being up on time and not mixing up the moves.
Nikola played that really well.
Yeah.
I played,
of course, you should have taken on E4.
Yeah, I should have just taken on E4. I was like, why? I
Yeah.
played bishop A4 so fast.
Twice.
Yeah, you didn't get adopted twice. That was really, really good. Good sport. Well, I do think those end games are actually slightly better for me, being up a pawn and everything.
Yeah, these doubled pawns
Yeah,
are
the double
actually
pawns,
very tricky. They're very tricky as long as you keep h6 is safe and then you are fine.
Oh. Oh. No, you're playing very, very well. I mean, you're playing amazing.
Let me change it. Hey guys, my apologies for this.
On your stream, yeah.
My stream is muted. I really apologize for this. This was okay.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to this adoption match. Unfortunately, I was not able to adopt you.
No, I was. Thank you, Ulon, for this. Thank you for doing this. I'm gonna say hello to my to your chat.
You're still shaking.
I'm still shaking.
You can hear that, right?
I can't type. I'm nervous, and you know, it's anyway. So there is a consolation prize for these matches. So
No, we have to do a dare, right? I think that's the deal.
and we have to do a dare, but there is a prize. So let me do that now in your chat.
So is it the first ever match that you
Correct.
won on stream?
Oh my god!
It is. Well,
Congratulations, Nikola. Oh, wow.
Thank
Well,
you so
I'm-
much for the 50 gifts of Nikola.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
No, thank you so much for everything. Honestly, like
No.
Maria said before, there would be no chess streamers without Nikola.
I appreciate that. That's very kind to hear. It's very nice of you guys. But this was what matters here are streamers, and I have to say, you know, I am very happy to see Qiyu start streaming herself, because
Oh,
that's
thank
another
you.
amazing chess stream on board. I'm very happy.
Well, I think you've seen a lot of League streams actually.
Not only chess, she's great in League of Legends, yeah.
Well,
I am actually really tempted to ask her to teach me to play League of
I'm
Legends.
really not
Alright.
that good. I'm trying to get coached right now, except
look, let me say this. I actually learned that from this great match that we had yesterday between Ivanchuk and Gatakamsky. The people who watch you for League of Legends will stay on for chess, and some of them will start playing chess. So playing League of Legends, it's actually a great thing. Qiyu deserves a huge congratulations for becoming a partner as quickly as she has done. You know, I have to admit there is little pangs of jealousy. And let me say this, I did manage to defeat adoption, but I didn't defeat half adoption. So I am...
he defeated adoption twice. Like the first
Yes.
game, he just played that so well. I realized I cannot play that Spanish against him. Like I just cannot. I have to play the D3 Spanish.
I actually prepared for that.
Oh, okay.
You played
Okay.
that. You played that queen takes on d4 and then queen takes on goes on g4 actually twice before.
Oh, wait, like in my chess doc. You know what? You should become my coach. I
Well-
think you know my openings better than I do.
So yes, and the f5 is supposed to be a direct reputation of that. And for but you have a superior class of chess players, so you know, and so you actually beat me twice in that after I managed to avoid adoption. So or no, anyway. So thank you so much. But we still have
Thank
a
you,
little.
Qiyu, for
No,
the sub.
thank you both, Maria and Nikola. All I had to do was play chess here. Maria had to talk through everything.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a huge honor for me, because having a full concentration, somebody as strong as you, is a huge.
Yeah, no, I really had to like think hard about these, and
Yeah.
I'm so used to just playing fast. Like I can't stop myself from just
Yeah.
playing the first move that comes into my mind. It's just
Sure.
incredible.
No, I know.
I really
Actually-
like this opening with a F5 idea by Nikola. Actually, I'm tempted to try it myself. I've never imagined that it would be so entertaining to play this.
Yeah. That leaves us with a small matter of dare.
All right, dare time.
Dare time is basically it's the privilege of the commentator to choose a dare. So
That
Ooh.
sounds good. Sounds good.
so it's Maria's job to pick a dare, and there we go.
Chat, can you help me here? What dare should we do? Is it a chess related dare?
I'm game for whatever you want and whatever is okay with Qiyu.
Qiyu,
Oh, and Qiyu,
I'll
thank
let
you for the follow. And
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't even realize I was following you
Well,
before. I
since
know
you
we're
are-
friends, so.
yeah, since you are here, let me get the lady a diamond.
So,
Thank you so much, Nikola.
your stream yesterday, Qiyu,
Yes.
was the subathon, right?
Yeah, it was a
Ah.
subathon, yes.
And didn't you mention that you're planning to do some cosplay
Yes, I
if
am.
you get 1,000 subs? And now you're way beyond that.
Yes.
So what is going to be the cosplay? Because I have some idea here.
Oh, I'm down. You could honestly suggest anything. My chat knows I don't take like cosplays that serious. I literally did like a really random faker cosplay yesterday, like right on stream. I literally like transformed myself on stream. So honestly, anything you want me to cosplay. The cosplay I have in mind, one of them is Bowl Cut by XQC. I can show you guys the picture. I mean, it's really dumb, but here I'll drop it into.
No, you're here talking to a guy who is way past his, youth. Here. So you need to translate cosplay for me. What?
Okay, so cosplay is when you basically like copy or imitate a character or person, and I just realized
Do you remember Andrea streaming wearing that baseball hat and pretending to be Eric Hansen? That's cosplay.
Yeah, that's cosplay.
Yeah, that's
pretending
cosplay.
to be somebody else.
So we can maybe find a character for Qiyu to copy on one of the streams. What do you think, Nikola?
I'm already going to cosplay XQC's bowl cut, and also going to be cosplay. I'm also going to be cosplaying a Divine Sword Irelia from League cosplay. So we've got 2 cosplays planned, guys.
Okay, let's find a third one, Nikola.
Find a third one? Okay.
So what are the first 2?
XQC, I just put it into the Discord. XQC used to have this really bad haircut, and yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to imagine him with this haircut.
It is very difficult.
Okay.
Yes. So I think Nikola has every or
actually Sepper, I had exactly this idea for Qiyu to do an angry, tilted Eric Hansen impression.
An angry Eric Hansen impression.
First, my idea was actually Mark Esterman. Maybe Nikola can decide.
No, I prefer, angry Eric Hansen would actually be excellent.
Okay, yeah. I can do that. I just need to smile less.
Can you do that?
I think I can do it. I think it's fairly easy to cosplay. I should be fairly easy to cosplay angry Eric Hansen.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, I will do that. When I stream, am I streaming tomorrow? I think I am streaming. Okay, so I think on Tuesday I'll cosplay Eric Hansen.
Okay.
We'll wait for that.
Yeah. Tuesday, guys, you heard it from here, chat. I'll be cosplaying Eric. Okay, I just did like the snapback, right?
Well, there is one cosplay in which he is throwing a chair. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Rolling. Oh, throwing a chair.
Throwing a chair, correct.
Oh, I don't. Wow, that requires me lifting a chair.
No, but there is, let's see, there is a whole...
We might need to run it by your mom first.
Eric Hansen Rage, there we go.
I think there is plenty of material there.
Eric Hansen losing his mind, and I think...
No, there is that wooden chair I can throw, yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, actually you can pick any of these. Yes, actually I'm gonna pop it in Discord, and then we can actually even play it for the audience.
We can let the audience decide which one of them is the funniest.
Yes, there is one in particular in which he was blundering the, like at the, let's see.
Yeah, there is a sea of options. Exactly.
Okay, so I just have to talk like Eric for an entire stream.
How long are you planning to stream?
Actually, if you go to 305, there is a 3 minutes and exactly 3 minutes of that video I sent you. That's excellent. He just raged and left, and you can just stop.
I can do that. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Okay, he's wearing a blue shirt. I can do this. I can do this cosplay, guys. I can storm out of the room.
All right, very good.
No smiling.
Yeah, no smiling. That's all.
That's the most difficult. If you fail, we put another there.
Okay, okay, all right. I have to dress like him. I can dress like him. That's not an issue. It's his attitude that I need to capture.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Qiyu, again. I'm gonna. You're gonna continue to stream.
No, I will be taking a little bit of a break.
Okay.
I've got sub battles. I need to sleep. But are you guys both streaming still?
I probably will play a couple of games with my chat.
Okay. So we
and
can.
Nikola?
I'm gonna probably wrap up a little bit. I have a couple of program announcements.
All
so
right.
why don't you, Qiyu, if you don't mind, you raid me, and then I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes, and then I'll raid Maria.
Sounds great. Sounds great. All right. Very, very glad. Thank you all so much for coming today. Thank you, Maria, so much for the commentary.
Thank you, Qiyu.
Thank you for the great content.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was so much content. I didn't provide much content except playing chess. Both of you were here. Thank you so much for your time. That is
content, and
that is
yes. And for the record, Qiyu will play many more matches of this kind shortly. We have a couple in the pipeline, not just against me. So.
For sure, we've got a lot planned. We've got a match coming up with Dina Balenkaya.
Belenkaya,
okay.
Okay, and that actually has a background story, Qiyu.
We may have trolled her a little bit.
Yes. Wait. So Maria and I am gonna co-commentate that match with you. For you?
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds fine. Yeah.
So we're just swapping
because
the
we
place.
trolled on site trolled Dina her website on stream.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen her website, by the way?
Yes.
I have not.
I will send you the link.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Maybe you can show it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you need to sleep. You're busy. Send me the raid. I have a couple of program announcements, and then and a couple of things I want to show guys, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. And Maria, you can maybe stay on the call and
yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you guys so much. I'll see both of you later.
Thank you, Qiyu.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Nikola.
Bye, Qiyu.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay,
I will. Okay, now we're 2. Let's see if I can.
Let me adjust
this. Yeah,
it's now a little bit.
It's a little bit of adjustment.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna hide this. And I'm gonna move this. Oops. Guys, I'm gonna say this. It's not as easy. I managed to mess a prepared opening not once but twice. I managed to lose an end game that was a draw basically also twice. I was lucky to get away with this. But I'll take it.
No, it's a great match. By the way, after 2 times misplaying the move order, in the 3rd game you decided not to play f4 after taking on a d8.
Yes, which I should have, but at this point I'm very nervous. Hey guys, welcome Raiders. Thank you Qiyu for the huge rage. Thank you Screws. Thank you guys. Welcome Raiders. This was probably as much of streaming of chess content as you can get, meaning you had 2 players playing here. I had an honor of playing a very, basically a chess prodigy, and I managed to get away with not losing, which I am, it's probably, I'm gonna count that as one of my major achievements. We got a hype train. Thank you guys, and so thank you again Qiyu for this. That's very greatly appreciated. My name is Nikola Stoishin. I stream 3 days a week chess. It's Mondays when I show my best losses, at 5 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, I have my lessons with the International Master Anna Rudolph. And finally, this is actually going to become a traditional stream in which I'm showing games that I have, matches that people are going to try to adopt me. The next match is against Aman Hamilton. He's a grandmaster. I've never drawn against him, so this is going to be a little bit tough. With me here is Maria Yemelyanova at PhotoChess. Please give her a shout out. And she, in addition to being a WFM and a great streamer, she's also a chess photographer. You will find out if you visit her, you will find lots of, oh yes, Maria is a WGM, I'm quite sure.
I became a WGM just temporarily. I don't mind.
Okay, you know what, let's leave it, it's fine.
My future, maybe, future telling.
So, and couple of things, I'm also one of the principals at Open Field Media. We had a great match against Ivanchuk and our dear friend Gata Kamsky in there. Thank you Maria for the cheer. Thank you Lenny Master for the follow, and thank you Kitty for the tier 1 sub. I actually just, before we leave, I just want to focus to analyze this very last game with Maria, because it's actually interesting, because actually Qiyu and I have basically been contesting this position throughout this match, and basically e4, e5, oops, sorry, and the board is fine, and you know that I'm playing Qiyu, so that's fine. So if you look here, this is actually all theory, and I have to admit I actually had this position on board. And you know, here, if you look at the analysis, you know, the best move here is actually to take on e6, and white is actually supposed to be slightly better after white exchange queens, but I managed to mess that up twice in this game. And you know, but I'm not supposed to take on f6. That's basically what I forgot in this line, because playing here is it's very difficult to it's really amazing how, when it comes to actually playing this on stream, how often, you know, this is, I'm probably going to blame myself for this. But anyway, this should not be a lost endgame for me. Black does have, you know, an extra pawn, but you see this is minus 1.64, and frankly I had no business winning this. And what happened was I made a blunder, which blunder is knight d1, and computer doesn't like also bishop a4. And forgive me, I'm analyzing this with you guys for the first time. And you know, takes, and you know, this is probably very close to being holdable. It's borderline. The advantage white has, and that's actually, you know, although it's 2 pawns down, is that these 2 pawns are basically doubled. But into some sort of a pawn ending, if we were to remove these, thank you to Grul, thank you very much. If we were to remove the knight and a bishop, you know, white might actually be winning. So anyway, so h5 is bad, and knight e4 is the best move. Taking actually is a blunder, because what basically happened was that, you know, I caught Qiyu in this swindle, and basically after this the game was won.
It's a little bit scary to allow knight c5, don't you think?
In this position, well, yes. But you know, even, you know, after knight get on e4, let's see, you know, I think what computer here recommends was to go to knight e7, and then
king e7, knight c5.
Yes, and
just feels a little bit dangerous to allow taking on b7, although the computer does not mind it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh wow! Oh, thank you, Kitty. Thank you so much for gifting 24 subs. That's very great for you. And we reached the level 5 hype train. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Secrets, for the sub. Kitty is one of the greatest supporters of chess on Twitch. We love him. And actually, Kitty was one of the co-sponsors of the big match we had with Ivanchuk and Kamsky yesterday, and another of match that we had against Koneflad Artemyev and versus Mamedyarov the other day. So Kitty supports chess as much as anyone. So many shout out to Qiyu. And basically what happened was I did what I hate when people do to me. I basically swindled Qiyu in a position that's lost, because whichever of these pawns takes, the white pawn ends up on a6 and promotes, and that's basically the end of the game.
But was she winning otherwise if she played? What is the move now? It seems like it's still king e7 probably. She has to give up the pawn on e5 because it's a Zugzwang.
King e7 and then knight c5 and then...
No, I mean if she after she took instead of b6.
I think
I can understand why she did not want to allow knight c5. It's a little bit dangerous, so, it feels like.
Yeah, okay, so takes. According to the computer, very frankly, I judged this. I was optimistic. I judged this that this is actually better for, might be even better for white, because there is this is a passed pawn on the king side, and if she played b6, I play b5, and that's the end of the game.
But if I play king g6, what do you do? King g5, sorry.
King g5. I play h3. Okay.
And then I go back.
And then you go back, and then I can even
g4.
I can play g4, and then
I probably push h4. I will not trade. This is probably a draw.
I'm not. This is now definitely not lost for white. So, but
it's probably a draw issue.
It's a problem.
But if she kept the knight.
If we go back further.
I mean, if she kept the bishop and the knight, yeah.
After here, then we go to c5. Hold on. She
has to give up b7, obviously. Giving up a6 is worse.
Yeah, so
king d6 takes.
And then queen d6 takes with a check. This knight becomes pretty dangerous. And then if
knight c5 probably.
Yeah, knight c5, and then I can take on e6, and or whatever.
If you take on e6, we take on b4, and it might become dangerous for white already.
So king b5. Computer likes here h3 or h4.
I'm not sure.
And our bishop can defend on e6.
Yeah. This is probably in the end might be with. I mean, with Qiyu has actually a very fabulous technique. So she probably would have won this endgame if I didn't catch her into that swindle. So anyway, I'm happy with the result. But more or less, I'm very happy with an opportunity to play so many games with such a strong player. Yeah.
And congratulations for you on the start and on a very good start in your own match career.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations on twice avoiding the adoption, and it was in style. The first game, I'm really big fan of your first game. Can we show it, by the way?
Sure.
I really liked it.
Of course, we can show it. Let's see. That's the one that was drawn. It's this one. Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple of admissions. This is all known Yu Lopez theory. And I took a couple of hours to basically analyze Qiyu's games, that I hope she doesn't mind.
Oh.
I play martial attack regularly, and this is a normal defense against martial attack. Now this is all theory, and this is all standard fare. And actually, this is not a good move. This computer doesn't like it.
24. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I probably missed a win somewhere along the lines, but she plays this on a regular basis. I think there are 4 games of chess.com where she played this.
Mm-hmm.
And then c5 is actually the best move. And incidentally, 2 of us played this variation before. I played bishop f6 here, which is actually not a good move. So we were basically repeating a game that we already played. So instead of bishop f6, which I played before, which is not a good move, I played c5. And, she played... Hey, Halvard, thank you for the respect. That's the only way I was able to do this, because she's... Qiyu is a chess prodigy. You can see why she was a world champion. She's very strong, and God knows she outplayed me in more than one position that she shouldn't, and I managed to flag 5+2 in a couple of games, which is actually quite rather silly. Anyway, so the refutation of this, and if you look at the analysis, is actually the best computer move. It's basically f5. So I had this position on my board yesterday. And, it's basically, black is winning here. Queen f3 is not a good move. But the class showed, and I should have won this. This is almost -3, but I forgot the, Queen d7 is just stupid.
So, Nikola, thank you, White Noise, so much for the tier 3 sub with 9 months sub-anniversary. Congratulations to you too. Thank you.
Alan, big shout out to White Noise. White Noise is a great supporter.
Let's spam some White Noise emotes. There are plenty of them.
Correct. And, this is what happens, the difference between a 2000 player, even if we pair the 2400 player, which is what Qiyu is. Of course, I immediately start making blunders. And, and then we trade blunders. And you were saying that, this should be a 1 position for me.
Yes.
Because these, this knight is non-existent. These bishops are there. I can even probably should have played knight b4, something like knight f6, and this bishop is hanging and so on. But this was the first game, and I was very nervous. And very honestly, it's going to take me a few of these matches, because I realized that this was my chance to actually win this. And I was shaking, and I think Maria, you heard me. I was very, it's an adrenaline rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Queen f7 is a blunder, but I still have 1 position, and, b4 is actually not good. But after we traded all the blunders, oh wow, what did I miss here? Oh, I had bishop f2.
You also had knight e3, the move before, I believe. After f4. Next move, knight e3 is...
Oh my god.
It's not obvious why, but it does look killing after you make it.
Halvard, thank you. That was very kind of you, but I blundered so much, and I was so stressed and so nervous doing this that I'm very happy to do this. Yeah, it was. I drew the very first game, and the second game ended up being, the match ended up 5-1. So I did get half adopted. And look at this. I mean, Queen f6 is a bad, but and I managed to draw 1 position.
And here bishop f2 is just killing. Also rook e2. You could also play rook e2 here.
Oh, instead of
instead of queen f6.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, rook e2 here also looks nice.
Well, I'll analyze this and I'll learn my lesson.
That's a beautiful game, but it's really well done on preparation.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. But to be honest with you, and I'm still better here, and I thought I was better, and I basically said, you know what, I'm not gonna. At that point, I basically said I'm not gonna attempt to win this. I'm just gonna draw it and defeat adoption, because you know, there is no way in the universe I'm losing this.
So in the end game, right after the exchanges, instead of knight e4, I thought that bishop e4 had good chances for you.
Sure.
Because you force the bishop to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, of course, if knight goes to a3, back to e3, it's she's gonna lose the pawn on c3 to start with, or
Yes.
f2. So she has to trade, and then the knight is stuck defending on c3.
Gotcha.
And on she's losing the pawn on f2, or she has to play bishop e3. So I think here was you probably were winning.
In all honesty, there I also had 16 seconds, and
you had 1 minute.
Oh, over there. What position? Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah, instead of knight e4 to play bishop e4.
Okay. Here. Gotcha. I'll take a draw against somebody as strong as Qiyu any day. And at this point, I basically was focusing on not losing more than winning.
Well, you did it very well in this game. There was definitely no chances for her, and I can understand you being nervous and trying to calm down.
Yeah, and you know, defeating adoption in the very first game is actually. I count that as a big success, so that's fine, and yeah, the white is better here, but I don't care. There's no way white can win this position. So okay. Anyway, so thank you, Maria, so much for the commentary.
Calm down, it's over.
The thing is, you know, playing against players this strong for me is still a huge adrenaline rush. I'm calming down, and I'm still probably my face is completely red and everything.
Your voice is shaking.
But my voice, yeah. Look, guys, this playing against players like this and next week against Aman is a huge honor for me, and I am actually, yes, Kasper, exactly. So I need to learn how to do that. I remember when we were playing sub events, and I would literally be all shaking when I was playing on, you know, sub battles. I've learned how to calm myself but this is extremely useful to me for the simple reason that now I have. You know, I'll learn how to not be on another rush. And for crying out loud, you know, if you have a prepared line, don't plunder it like twice. Jesus, you know, remember not to take on f6. It's just, but anyway, I didn't deserve to win that last game, but I managed to win. Oh, #chess, thank you for the raid from a party of 41. Welcome, Raiders. It's very good to see you. #chess is a dear friend of mine, both for Becca and Jesse. Thank you, Inginal. Thank you for the follow. Please, if anybody here is not following or haven't checked out #chess, please give them a follow. They're great streamers. They're two ladies from South Africa. One is a WM, another is a WCM, and they have lots of fun events and fun streams. And there is probably the most appealing reward for channel points in all of chess on Twitch. If anybody gets 1 million channel points on #chess, they get a date with Jesse. So I don't know how will be the logistics. Hey, from
can we combine? Can we combine our points?
So I'm pretty sure that's not possible. I'm not sure what would be the logistics there, but let me put it this way: you know, if it requires traveling to South Africa, I may be able to facilitate that. And you know, #chess, Jesse doesn't know that yet, so that may. So anyway. Fake news, hashtag chess. What do you mean fake news? Anyway, you.
Do you know what's not fake news? I have like 2% of African roots, according to my DNA test.
Oh, I didn't read the fine print. There is a fine print on that. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So anyway, regardless of that thing, the date is only me playing chess with her. Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, that's fine. That's a very worthy reward, as I have, I have just had played chess. From a blank, that's a great idea. Let's get that. Let's get that going. Anyway. So please give hashtag tag chess a check and a shout out. They're fabulous. They do also sub battles. I'm actually committed for the next sub battle to play for them, and I am very much looking forward to it. Anyway,
you were a bit too late to help them to avoid losing to me.
I was trying to help myself, to be very frank. So anyway. That's new chess party location, absolutely. So we'll figure that out when the time comes and the points get there. Anyway, thank you guys. Welcome to the first edition of Adopt Nikola. Next week we're gonna have chess parties end of September. Wonderful. I hope to get an invitation, and please huge debt of gratitude to Maria Melyanova, hey Maria 42, thank you. This is the first of series of matches. We have Ama next week, then we have a match against Dina Belenkaya, then Alessia Santeramo, and then Alexandra Botes, who actually negotiated that not to be an adoption match, but we'll talk about that when the time comes.
I wonder if I should place myself in the line.
Well, you're more than welcome.
It seems like you're fully booked for the next 2 months.
No, I'm booked for another month. You're more than welcome. But I need to figure out how not to lose against Dina, because let me put it this way, I'm quite sure if she adopts me, that's going to be on her Twitter page in a matter of 30 seconds. So
she might even call herself the world champion.
Okay, let's not start. That's what got us into this trouble, Maria, as it is. All right, thank you again, guys.
I'm not going to be adopted, so I can keep that.
Well, you're gonna, let me put it this way, you will be hopefully commentating, and then she's gonna troll both of us. Hey Chelsea, thank you for the sub, that's very greatly appreciated. Hey Joe, thank you for joining us. And I am gonna send you to Maria, and thank you again for the follow and everything else. Maria is a fabulous streamer. She has 5 cats and a most wonderful collection of photographs in chess world. Please give her if you already haven't followed, give her a follow, give her a check out, and take a look at some photographs there on her stream. Sepper, my dear friend, that's always good to see you. You have been missed, and I will see you next time. And then my next stream is
Nikola.
My best losses on Monday, which according to popular demand was transitioned into my best wins. But I'm gonna, we'll have it. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. New York time. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye, Nikola. Thank you.
Thank
and
you,
again,
Maria.
congratulations.
That's good. Thank you.
All right. So we can. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. All right. I'm going to